Right peeps, this is something else I wanted to talk about. I did do it separate from the last video, and it's about these riots back a month ago and how it's been silenced in Parliament. So Lindsay Hoyle, the leader of Parliament, one of the Reform MPs, Richard Tice, was going to ask a question about how much Starmer knew about this guy being a terrorist who did this act and stabbing them children. And he refused to answer the question. And in Parliament, you're supposed to be able to answer any question and have freedom to answer and ask anything. It's why if you're an MP, that's why they could make these claims about this child abuse a while back, about 10 years ago. You're actually protected, but they stopped that. Now what happened, Lindsay Hoyle was protecting the Prime Minister because I remember the Prime Minister actually saying that in Parliament that Mr Farage and others were spreading fake information that this guy was a terrorist. So that means he lied at the parliamentary box, and you have to go then. That's why Boris had to go. Because a civil servant told Boris something, he repeated it, and then because he'd lied, he had to go. Now, Starmer has lied at the ballot box. Not the ballot box, at the Parliament. Here, Al! Sorry, I'm getting cheap in. Some lambs in. Come on, here, up, sweet. So, I remember him in Parliament saying it was all false information when it wasn't. Because the police came out the other day and said this guy is basically a terrorist because he manufactured ricin at home. He got a terrorist handbook on his computer, and the only reason he's not been took on for terrorism because they're trying to say stabbing these girls isn't terrorism. It's only it's weaselly words, really. This guy is as bad as they get. They put a photo up of him being a small little skinny guy when in fact he's an 18-year-old with a huge afro. So Parliament really should be asking these questions of Starmer because Starmer has lied to Parliament. He knew exactly what this guy was, and then he pretended to say that this guy wasn't a terrorist when they know he was a terrorist. Farage was right, whatever you think of Farage. So yesterday, they did this on the budget day. The police actually, the police actually said this guy was a terrorist, and but we're not allowed to talk about it because it might affect the court case. It's bollocks. It's what it is. It's protecting Starmer from lying in the House of Commons because he did lie. He came out on TV, he went out to the House of Commons and he said this guy was not a terrorist. And all the people who worked in Number 10, including Liz Truss and that, said you know within an hour what they are. So there's trouble there. That could remove Starmer, but they're actually hiding the information to keep him there. So that's what I wanted to talk about because that was trying to be hidden yesterday in the budget. So watch this space. It's supposed to be, this was another one, Isabella Roqueshot has got out again because she's married to Richard Tice, or boyfriend and girlfriend or something. So good on her for bringing this up again. I know people are not too keen on her, but she's the only good journalist around. And, well, on our side anyway. So these people are crooked in Parliament. They're protecting their own. And now these Reform MPs in there, they can't really handle it because they can't control them. So that's a short one about that. I've got to be careful what I say because I can get into trouble, but you know the gist of it, don't you? So I better get these lambs in before they turn on me and go back to the field. Please comment, rate and subscribe.